welcome to my totally legit news show. I'm your host Angelina, but this is also kind of reviewing some recent comebacks and also me talking shit, so I don't really know what to title it. So you should subscribe and like this video and maybe leave a comment if you like my content. So today we're going to discuss YG actually listening to some backlash, as well as my thoughts on Nizi Yu's debut and Hwasa's comeback with Maria. Okay, so let's start with YG. Now, every time I say something about YG, they go, around and make me look bad. And I've also read that, the man himself, the one who allegedly left the company, still controls much of the company, which wouldn't surprise me because I've still felt this feeling of impending doom even after he allegedly left. And I've had my suspicions that he's still behind the scenes controlling everything. Why? Because nothing has actually really changed. And we have beef, and it seems whenever I make a claim, they're trying to make me look bad. So here we go. Blackpink are not going to have regular comebacks from now on. But alas, if you weren't here for last video, basically YG was receiving a lot of backlash for featuring a statue of a Hindu god, Ganesha, which apparently I'm pronouncing wrong. So in this scene with Lisa, we could see that in the corner, there was the statue of the Hindu god. And a lot of people were pointing to the fact that, using these statues as an aesthetic is inherently problematic, while others were pointing to the fact that the statue wasn't elevated was very offensive, and the fact that Lisa was wearing shoes next to the statue was also very offensive. But the point remains that a lot of people were offended and really wanted YG to remove the part of the music video. It seems that YG was indeed, in fact, able to edit the music video to edit out the scene while also maintaining all of the views. Now, I want to know what kind of connections they have, if they can do that, if they can bypass that system while also giving me false copyright claims. But not my circus. So one comment reads, since the complaints, YG didn't say anything, but they removed the statue from the video. Say hi to the new management of YG Entertainment. And another one reading, the new CEO is doing good. She already removed the statue from the music video. Now hopefully she releases an apology. Now, in my last video covering this, I did express that YG doesn't tend to address these issues, and I meant it. I do not think that having a new CEO really changed anything, because we have some inside sources that say that, the man himself is still controlling YG, so what do we really know? But again, as I'm filming right now, there has been no official statement, but as always, things could change. Him, leaving the company was really just to save the company's image. That was literally all it was. It was to give us this sense of security, this sense of, okay, we can rest assured that this man is not associated with this company. But we're seeing that might actually not be true. But anyways, let me get into my explanation of this. Back in the day, in 2014, CL released a song called Mental Breakdown, and within the song, she featured kind of this sample of this little boy reciting the Quran. Now, from what I remember, YG didn't say anything, but they simply just removed that part of the song and re-uploaded it. So it's kind of, it's like a trend, right? They'll receive backlash, but they will not say anything about it, but they'll remove the content. And it was only 2 years later when CL used the old version of the song in a few of her concerts that people were getting angry again and, calling her out. And it was only then that she herself even said anything. It wasn't even YG who came forth. She went on her own Instagram and addressed it and apologized. So it really does seem that, if something happens to YG artists, if there's something maybe outside of the control, maybe within their control, that they're not always able to say anything. So there is a history of YG receiving a lot of backlash for something and either just staying silent about it or fixing the issue without ever actually addressing anything. But regardless, there are still a lot of people praising YG's new management for removing the statue, while others are still hoping for at least an apology. While on a super wild end of the spectrum, there are people who say that YG actually planned this out. And I've read a few of these comments that YG wanted a scandal to kind of hype up the music video even more, and then by removing the statue without actually saying anything, it causes even more buzz because people are effectively going to watch the music video again to see if it's true, to see if it actually got removed. Now, obviously, I don't know if that's true. I don't even know how I feel about that. I feel like YG is capable of a lot of things, and I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that's possible? Do you think that's really far-fetched? But onto some more positive Blackpink news. Billboard recently released an article about how Blackpink's How You Like That collects multiple Guinness World Records. And then it goes on to say the South Korean girl group's music video for How You Like That earned 86.3 million views on its arrival on June 26, enough to set records for most viewed YouTube video in 24 hours, most viewed music video on YouTube in 24 hours, and most viewed YouTube music video in 24 hours by a K-pop group. Now, obviously, that is amazing for Blackpink, and it definitely shows the dedication that their fans have for them. But it's also such a testament to how streaming has become such an integral part to show your support for your idols. And I think that would be such an interesting subject to touch on, but alas, we must move on. Okay, so now we're going to move on to my segment called K-pop Shenanigans. This is basically just fun things that have happened in K-pop recently, so if you would like to suggest something, just send me a DM on Instagram and let me know if you want me to feature your username or not. For now, we're not going to feature the usernames just in case, because I don't know where you guys stand on that, so you have to explicitly tell me yes or no, and then I'll either put it or block it out. So we have ATEEZ who have been consistently uploading their individual contents, and they have uploaded this mysterious set of pictures on Instagram, which basically says, like, we're gonna give you more individual contents. And a lot of people are wondering if they're going to get their own Instagram accounts. We also have 00's, Pangpang즈. I don't know, but a few people wanted me to talk about this, and they covered Red Velvet's Psycho. And then Bandit got to play with Parrot. So they have this cute little lovebird that then like flies onto their heads. And then you see them putting their heads together to kind of get the bird to fly to each other's heads. I think it's just so cute and so wholesome. GFriend have also released teasers for their new song. And I'm excited about this. I don't know why. I really want it to be like a darker version of Fever. And I just feel so much love for Fever because it was my first comeback with GFriend. And it was also just an era that I feel so fond of. You know, the styling was everything. It was even the first time that I actually praised denim on this channel. Like, that's GFriend's impact. Okay, so let's move on to Nizi Yu's debut with Make You Happy. Now, I didn't follow the show while it was on. I remember seeing it pop up on my subscription feed, and I was like, I don't know what this is, so I'm not going to watch it. But I wish I would have, because I'm actually in love with the song now. First thing I want to mention is the fact that JYP was on roller skates in the music video. And then he fell, and then this icon, this queen, is literally staring at him like... That's a mood. That's literally, you know, me towards my haters, me towards the fat phobes. It literally fits into every single situation. And I've just been singing this song nonstop to my dog Meisha, and she just barks at me. Now, another thing that really stood out to me were these JYP references. Now, feel free to let me know if I actually missed anything. So from what I could tell, there was like Tell Me from the Wonder Girls, Ooh-Ah from Twice, Fancy from Twice as well, then Icy from ITZY, and I'm So Hot again from the Wonder Girls, and then of course, Goodbye Baby Goodbye from Miss A. Though, I feel like Miss A was just like a little afterthought. I feel like ATEEZ did a much better job at promoting Miss A. Now for Hwasa's comeback, I actually really liked it. Some people were saying it's kind of a Twit 2.0. I see similar elements within both songs, but if there was like a spectrum between like quirky and sultry, Twit would obviously be more on the quirky side, and Maria would be more on the sultry side. But they definitely have both elements within both of the songs. For example, the obnoxious jewelry in this scene and just how ridiculous it seems to be eating a brain is honestly like the quirkier part of the music video. And I feel like there's a lot of symbolism as well. Like, I didn't look too far into it, but what stood out the most to me was the scene where it kind of looks like it's her funeral, but all the chairs are faced like away from her. So I thought that was interesting, so you should let me know what you think it means and what other symbolism you found within the music video. Another like random interesting thing that I noticed, like her video has like over 2 million views and only 4,000 dislikes. Like my EXO video could never. And surprisingly, my favorite outfits are the gray sweatpants with the nude tops. It's so simple. I just love those tones. I love nude colors. I love neutral colors. Like, I love them so much. On the note of comebacks, though, I'm a little bit late, but Monsta X have a comeback with Fantasia. And you know what? Terrible use of denim aside, you know, these atrocious cowboy outfits that I was thoroughly impressed, and I think I'm gonna have to stand Monsta X. I think I'm gonna have to become a Mon Bébé, or however you pronounce it. Can we say second gen vibes? I was so thoroughly impressed. I don't generally get into boy groups as much anymore, and it's nothing against third gen boy groups. I just feel like that's just how it naturally has progressed. But on that note, I am working on a video of how K-pop has changed, like from major things to little things like armpit hair. Everything. No one is safe, not even Kevin. Okay, so lastly, this is something that Markley Spears has brought to my attention, and it's the fact that Showels are trending a certain hashtag in response to the teaser from the drama It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Now, it seems that within the drama, there are some sentences that have been plagiarized from a letter by SHINee's Jonghyun. So in his letter, he wrote, "I wonder if fate is something unusual. We're fate." And in the drama teaser, you can see the text that reads, "Is fate something unusual? We're fate." Now, fans are obviously upset because it seems that his words were taken without credit. And, you know, coming from such a meaningful letter, fans are asking for a response from TVN in regards to this. But also, it's upsetting because fans have pointed out that when you search the sentence now, you no longer see photos of him, but rather photos of the drama. So as of filming right now, TVN has yet to respond to this. But anyways, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much if you made it this far. You should also go follow me on Instagram because I've been posting a lot more like actual posts. I usually share a bunch of stuff on my story, but I've been making an effort to make more posts. And a huge thank you to my channel memberships who help support this channel every single month. It honestly means the world to me. As for me, I'm gonna get going. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!